Hello, hello, hello. It's Robin with ShinePages, and today I'm going to talk about how to get booked, how to set up your online appointment scheduler on your website so that you can have your clients book calls with you, book sessions with you, book workshops with you, what have you, so that you can book more clients, have more face-to-face time, and ultimately grow your business. So with ShinePages, you can set up an online appointment scheduler right on the platform. You don't need to use a third-party scheduling tool because it is built in with ShinePages. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and set up an online appointment booking and how to add that as a call to action on your pages. It's great to have a call to action because you don't want your site to just be a pretty site that has no action on it, nothing for people to do. You want to be able to give them an action to take, whether that's downloading a free guide, signing up for a free masterclass, booking a call with you, right? All of these are great calls to action. And today we're going to talk about one of those, which is booking a call. So I'm going to go ahead and show here my screen. Let's see, show this one. It's going to look a little funny for a second. All right, there we go. And I think I'm going to switch over here. So hopefully you can see my screen right now. So again, as I talked about, it's really great to have a call to action. That call to action button should be large. It can be up here in your actual header. We can create a call to action button just by adding one to our header. Let's say, book a free discovery call. And add that right here to your top header and style it up, make it look exactly like you'd want. Let's change the style here. We can just make this look however you'd like. So this is just one example, not the prettiest thing, but we're just going to get going from here. So let's say we have that on our homepage, and then maybe we have another call to action with the same thing down below. I'd probably match the buttons, but for this example, I don't have that. So right now, we're going to start with this just idea. We're trying to have people book a call with you. So again, having that call to action button in your top right corner of your header, also in that hero section, that main section above the fold, both are great areas to have that call to action button. But where are you actually sending them? So here's what we're going to do. On the top bar here, you'll see that normally we're in the builder to build our pages, but there's also a store, contacts tab, and appointments tab. So we're going to click here on the appointments tab, and we're going to go to create a new booking event. So when we click on that, here's where you're going to set up your booking event. You can name your event, again, discovery call or whatever you'd like to call it. You can put a description here. Let's chat about your goals. Something like that. And then with location, if you have a physical location where you're actually meeting for an event or something like that, you'd put that here. But a lot of times these days, right, we're all doing Zoom. So I typically just say via Zoom and a link will be sent. You could say something like that. A link will be sent prior to meeting, or check your email for details. You'll just set this all up like this. You can choose to have an email sent to the clients. So it's a duplicate of the email that you will receive when you get new bookings on your site. Your client will also receive the same kind of confirmation. So we can click that message here, and we're going to hit Save Changes. Oops. I didn't even go to the next step. Sorry about that. So next we're going to kind of go one by one through these different steps here. So we're going to set up the booking, choose our operator and our services if we're going to use those, our availability, set that, ask any questions we want, and then do the confirmation. So right now we're on step 2, adding the operator, which is you. You are the operator. You're the person that's going to be doing these calls. If you have more than one person that takes these type of calls, then you can add more operators depending on your ShinePages plan. But right now we're going to add an operator. You would add a new operator here, which would be you. Adding an operator. This is, again, your name here. This would be your email and any description, etc. I already have one set, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to add that to here. So I now have this operator added to this booking event. And this is where the little cogwheel, click there if you wanted to edit this. This is where, again, you'll get into the name, email, description. If you have multiple different people doing different things, you could add that. You can add an image here as well if you'd like. If it's just you taking these kind of discovery calls, you don't necessarily need it. It's really going to be shown if there's more than one operator. So you don't necessarily need to add that image if it's you as the solo person. Same thing with the color of the operator. If there's just you, you don't need to differentiate by different colors. And then this is where you would sign in and connect your Google Calendar to your booking calendar on ShinePages. This will make sure that there are no, you don't have any double bookings on any day or time. It will always check your calendar for that and make sure that any things that are added to your calendar as well. So this is where you connect that Google Calendar of yours to block off those times and to make sure there's no double bookings. Okay, so once you have your operator added, the other thing you can add is services. And again, based on the plan that you have, you can add different services. Now, what's the difference between a booking event and a service? Well, it really comes down to how you're displaying your options for people in the very beginning. If you want to have one calendar that allows people to choose different types of services and then go to a date and time to choose what they want, then you would use services. If you really only need people to show one calendar and they just book that time for that one thing, you just can do different booking events for that. So it really comes down to the flow of how you have people go through the process. For most people, if you're taking coaching calls or discovery calls, that sort of thing, you really can just set up different booking events. You don't even need services. Services would be before somebody chooses a date and time. But again, you don't need to have that if you're just doing straight calls for yourself or straight events. You just create a number of different booking events instead of services. So for most coaches and things like that, you probably don't need to worry too much about services. So let's just go with that. We're going to use no services on this example, but this is where you would set that up. You would just say link services, add new services, add them here, and you'd be good to go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to availability. So I'm going to hit next. This is where you're going to choose the type of event you want. Again, if you're a coach or a service provider where you're doing these one-on-one type of calls, maybe you're an artist who wants to talk about commissioned work, or maybe you're an interior designer who needs to set up time to talk about their rooms, whatever it is. If you're doing one-on-one type of meetings, you would choose that here. The operator is going to meet with a single attendee. That means once somebody has booked that specific time slot with you, other people can't book in that same time slot. If you wanted to select instead a group, meaning multiple attendees can join on that one time slot, that's when you can set this, a group where multiple attendees can join in on the same time slot. You can say how many people can join in. You can say 25 or 100 or whatever you'd like for that. And then here's where you're going to set your meeting duration. I'm going to set this back to one-on-one meetings. You could say 15, 30, 45, or 60, or set a custom time. Let's say you do 20-minute discovery calls, and then you set 20 right there. This is where you have next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks, et cetera. This is how much time is shown on your calendar at any given point. So if you kind of always want to have just a week out or 2 weeks out shown online of your calendar, this is where you would set this. So again, you don't want somebody booking months off in the future for a date. Maybe you just only want to kind of keep that pretty close. So you just say maybe the next few weeks, the next few days, a week, 2 weeks, something like that, where that's the amount of time that's always being shown ahead of time to people. And then here's where you're going to set your availability. So you can say every day from 9 to 5, or you can set specific days. So this is the work week, Monday through Friday, or maybe you have just a specific day. I'm going to have like a specific meeting that's going to happen from 10 to 11 a.m. on Mondays. That's my time. Maybe that's a group session, something like that, where you could set that up. So all of these are just going to be your availability. You can set the hours up front here from 2 to 9:30, whatever it is. If there's any times you're going to be on vacation and you know you're out, you can just set those day exclusions here. And then here's where you can just kind of set up some of the different buffers and things like that. So how availability will be shown in increments of 30 minutes, or do you want to have it on the hour, every hour shown to people? Again, it kind of depends on what you want to do. Same thing with scheduling notice. Like if you want to make sure that you're not surprised by an appointment that comes up last minute on your calendar, you might want to set a scheduling notice of 12 hours or 18 hours or 24 hours or just a couple hours if you are cool with people booking in appointments on your calendar right up to that time. So that's your choice there. And again, here, buffer between appointments. This will allow for that time period between appointments as they're booked. So if you want to make sure you're not getting overbooked, you can always set that here. And the same thing with limiting the number of sessions per day. You can do that here as well. Click that box. Okay, once you have this set, this is where you're going to ask for the questions that you would receive so that you know a little bit more about this person before you actually hop on your phone call or your Zoom call with them. So here's some name and email are the basics, right? But you can always edit and add more questions. So here's where you'd add those form fields here. So you'd click the little plus button. And this is the number of different properties that you can add to your form. So you could ask different questions, text field, you can add, address, city, state, phone number, et cetera. You can add all of these different things. You can add a text field, a text area, which is a larger section. Text field would be more like a one-line kind of answer to things. Text field would be larger. Select field, where they get to select from a drop-down of different options that you're providing to them. Radio buttons, check boxes. If you want them to upload a file, they can do that. You can add all of these different things here within your form to collect information before you have your phone call. So just think about what might be helpful to have before you hop on the phone with somebody. What are their goals? What are they looking to spend? What is it, what area do they live in if you're servicing a local area? So there's a number of different things you could add. Add those here to your form questions. And then when you've done that, you'll hit next. And this is where you get to have a default confirmation message. So it can be something simple that just says, thank you. Thank you for booking, check your email, and then a little bit of description. I look forward to talking to you. Here. And just check your email for the Zoom link or something like that. So all of this you can set. The other option is that you can send them over to a custom page. So what that means is in your builder, back over here, you would create a brand new page. And on that page, it might be something like a picture of you or a video of you. And it says something like, thanks so much for booking the call. I look forward to talking to you. Here's some information you might want to have before we chat. Maybe you give them a little thing, or maybe they're supposed to fill out a worksheet, or maybe they're supposed to do something like that. So you can always set up a brand new page on your site as a thank you for booking your call page. And then you'd send them there after they have booked. So instead of seeing kind of a message on the page saying, thank you for booking, you're sending them over to a page that's a little bit more vibrant and it thanks them for booking there. So in this if you did that, you'd go here and select custom page. And here's where the link is. From this link, you can link them anywhere. If you really wanted to link them to a file that you want them to download, or a different page, or a store item, maybe they fill out the request to book with you, but then they're supposed to pay a little fee to have this session. You can do it like that, where you send them over to a product to purchase. Maybe you actually have them buy the product first, that 1-hour coaching session product. And at the end of the product buying process, then they would be sent over to you at the appointment booking. You could do it either way. Book the appointment first, then pay, or pay first, then book the appointment. You can do it either way. In this case, we're looking at the appointment booking being set first, and then we can send them over to a product to buy. We would simply go to our store. We could choose, one of our store items that we would have created in our store, and we can send them right over there to that product, or we can have it add to cart immediately. So we can do all of those different things. I'm going to just cancel out right here. But this is where you would select again, that page that you want to send them to. Maybe this is a new page that you've created called Thank You for Booking. That's the page. You send them there and you're good to go. So that is the overall process of creating a booking event within your appointments calendar. Now, how do people actually book this? You've created this event, you have it ready to go. We're going to go back over to our builder here. And once you're in your builder, you can have your appointment booking widget added to any of your pages. I recommend having a separate page that is strictly a booking page, because that way, if you ever need to send a link out to somebody, hey, book a call with me, here's the link to book a call with me, you can quickly and easily just send that page to them separately. You can add a booking widget into a pop-up. So maybe from this button that we looked at earlier, or this button that we looked at earlier, the link here, we would link this. You could link it to a pop-up that has a booking widget in it, but I recommend sending them to a page. And again, I have a free call page already set. I'm going to show you how to do that. So to make that booking page, we created our appointment first. That's step one. Step two is going to be actually creating that booking page. So we're going to go to our pages, add a new page, just a simple page. And I would actually make a blank page. So we're going to choose an empty page all the way here at the bottom. Choose empty page, and we're going to call this our booking page, or book a call, whatever you'd like to call it. I'm going to call this booking page for this demo purposes and hit add. We can go in here, add some SEO information about this page, but again, for this demo, we're just leaving it. We have page info, booking page, add. Okay, so now we have a blank page to start with. This is now our booking page, and all we do is go over here to our widgets, choose our booking widget, and we're going to drag that right out here onto our page. Drop it in. It's saying select your booking event. We're going to choose that booking event we just created in the appointments section. And it's right here. It's on our page. We can set some styling things. Maybe we want to change up our font a little bit, change up some things like that. We can change our step styling, our form styling. We can change all the styling stuff about this, which is great. And we can also tag anybody that comes through on this particular form on this page. So this is where it's going to be great to have anybody that books an appointment tagged as an appointment booking person within your CRM, within your contact section right here. So you'll know who all has booked a call with you, who all has shown that interest to have booked a call. So on the forms settings, as we added that form widget to the page, now we're going to go here. We're going to say tag contacts when they book a session with us. So I'm going to say this is the discovery call booked. That's the tag I'm going to add to this one. You can call the tag whatever you'd like. It's up to you. But this way you have a discovery call booked tag that will be assigned to every person that books a call using this form widget, this booking widget on this page. You can set that here. If you'd like to add people to a new members group, you can do that here, adding members to a group. So all of these things are within the booking widget's settings. So we added this booking widget to the page. We chose which event we wanted to display here on the page, and boom, you're ready to go. This is your Book With Me page. Maybe you want to add something to the top. You could say add a widget. Maybe we add a heading up here at the top. We say something like book a free call. And we change this and make this here in the middle. We can save changes. Maybe we shove this down just a little bit. Great. You also can get all fancy if you want to. This page can be broken up into different columns and rows. You can add images. You can do whatever you'd like. It's a page like any other page, right? This is just a booking widget that's been added to the page. But it's nice to be able to have this nice clean page that's all about booking that now you can send out to other people. And the way that you would send that out to other people is if you go and look at this page, look at the preview of it. Now we have this booking page. This is right here, wherever you have anything before the little question mark in your URL, that's going to be your link to this page. You can easily send that out to anybody and you're good to go. Okay, so now we have this all set. This is a page link that you can send to anybody, and it's also now a page that you can link to from any buttons. So again, in our header bar, now we're going to go click on this button here that says book a free discovery call, and we're going to make sure, oops, sorry, I'm going to go to the settings instead, not the styling. Where do we want this book a free discovery call link to go? Well, here, we want this link to go here to this new page we just created. So under our pages group, we're going to link to a page, pages group of pages, and then booking page, that's the name of that new page we just created. And hit select. So now whenever anybody clicks on this button, they're going to be brought right to this page. Same thing with our home page. Anytime you want to link anybody to this page, let's say this is a button that says book a free call. We talked about the importance of that call to action button above the fold. Here, our book a free call, we can just click right here, edit the link. Again, we're going to link it to a page, to that new booking page that we just created, and hit select. Save changes. So now, if we look at the preview of this, not the prettiest of pages right now with these crazy looking buttons, but if you see here, if you show the tab, look at this here, book a free discovery call. Boom, right there, brings them right to your booking page. As they're booking, it's booking in, it has the times and the days that you've selected. It's all good to go. We have all the information you entered in here, again, in your appointments tab. So this is where it kind of connects everything all together. So number one, you make your appointment. Number two, you make a page and you add a booking widget onto that page. And step three is just linking any buttons to this new page. So that's it. That's how you add a new booking to your site. You should be all set to go. As appointments come through, you will see them here. You will have contacts being listed here in your contacts tab. Anybody that comes through will be listed here. They will have a tag that says discovery call booked because we added that tag to our form settings within our appointments widget. And you'll also see all of your scheduled appointments here under your appointments tab and under schedule. They will all show up here with the date and the time and the person that is selected a time to book with you on this, on this page here. So all of your scheduled appointments will be showing up here. All of your contacts will also be showing up here under your contacts. And that's it. You're set to go. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hide this now. Again, I hope that this little tutorial was helpful, and I hope that it inspires you to add call to action of book a call with me onto your site. Thanks so much. Have a great day.